For a lot of students, taking out loans feels like the only way to get through college. It's so normal that most people don't even realize how big of an issue student loans are until they're already stuck in it. After looking closely at the research and the data, it is clear that the system is not in favor of the student, and that is an issue. My main point today is that student loan crisis is limiting young people's opportunities, and we need stronger preparation and smarter solutions to fix this. I'll explain what's driving this crisis and what a realistic solution might look like. According to the Education Data Initiative, Americans now owe more than $1.7 trillion in student loans, and the average borrower leaves school with over $37,000 worth of debt. These numbers aren't just statistics. They translate to things such as not being able to buy a house until you're way old, not being able to start a family, not having an emergency fund in case of issues, or all these things, not being able to pursue your dreams. The Center for American Progress explains that one major cause is rising tuition paired with shrinking state investments into public colleges. This pushes students to borrow more each and every year, often without fully understanding what payment plans might look like. CAP also points out that interest accumulation makes balances grow even when borrowers are making payments, which traps people into these cycles of long-term debt. Meanwhile, the Student Borrower Protection Center highlights how harmful this can be when things go wrong. Their data shows that millions of borrowers fall into default, especially those who attended programs with weak job outcomes or people who didn't finish their degrees. Once someone defaults, their wages can be garnished, their credit is irreparably damaged, which makes it almost impossible to truly recover financially. And even when the government does some forgiveness, the deeper issue remains. A 2025 paper by the National Bureau of Economic Research shows that while loan forgiveness reduces financial pressure in the short term, it doesn't solve the underlying issue that tuition is rising significantly faster than wages. In other words, debt is growing faster than we could physically relieve it. Because the issue of student loans starts before the student borrows, the solution also needs to start before then. The first and most important thing is that students need to be more prepared for what this might look like. The data from the Education Data Initiative makes it clear that most borrowers underestimate long-term repayment costs. Requiring a simple, practical, personal finance course at the end of high school or in college orientation would really go lengths in helping students make more informed decisions in regards to their futures. Second, we need to hold colleges more accountable. The Student Borrower Protection Center shows that the highest default rates come from programs that do not lead to stable jobs. Making colleges track and publish more accurate job placement and earning data would go lengths to improving the outcome of students. Third, the cost structure of college itself has to change. CAP's analysis makes it clear that states must reinvest in public institutions, so students aren't forced to go into such debt to go to college. Expanding funding for things such as community college, trade programs, and even work-study options would also give students more affordable paths to higher education. Finally, targeted loan relief does matter. The NBER paper shows that forgiveness helps borrowers in financial distress, so focusing relief on low-income, first-generation, and non-completing students would address the most harmful debt without trying to erase everything at one moment. And that is the student loan crisis and a small way that I think we could start to fix it.